Coach, have you tried incorporating the ecological approach? Yes, that's from Issam. Issam, I have a little bit, okay, and I'm planning to, I'm reading some research more and more, but I'm having a little trouble with the research because it's a lot of the research that I've hit so far, and believe me, I've only hit 1%. Okay, there's a lot of research out there. It's going to take me some time. They're comparing static drilling with live drilling, okay, ecological method. That doesn't make any sense, okay? Like, I want you guys to think about Steven Seagal. You know, Steven Seagal, somebody's going to attack him like this, and then Steven Seagal is going to do this move, and he's going to look super good and super choreographed. And then you think on the other side, you know, think about like Muhammad Ali sparring in the ring, and you're like, wow, both these guys are really awesome. You know, I wonder what happens if you put them together to fight each other. Well, I'll tell you, before the test even happens, Muhammad Ali will whoop the floor with him. Why? He's sensitive to timing. He reads body language. His sparring partners are not cooperating with him. He's in the chaos, okay? Let's call it that. It's in the chaos. He learned, he's bred in the chaos. Steven Seagal has a guy who's just moving really predictably in a slow fashion, and he's not going to resist his Steven Seagal at all. He's not going to resist him. He's just going to give him his arm to Steven Seagal, and Steven Seagal's going to do whatever he wants. So they're comparing a lot of Steven Seagal training to live training. And here's the thing. That's crazy. Because that's not what's going on in Jiu-jitsu. Okay? And a lot of the studies are on soccer, tennis, baseball. And there's another problem with that. Okay? So I'll get to that later. I'll just put that on the side for now. In Jiu-jitsu, what we're telling you is like, we sparred like Muhammad Ali. We went live. We learned things. We're teaching you these things. And then we want you to get in the ring or in the mats and fight and figure out how to do them in real time. Get in the chaos. We're all about the chaos. There's so much chaos in what we do. So I was hoping to see a study where they have one group doing Steven Seagal type training, one group doing games, okay, and then one group doing both Steven Seagal training and life training. But so far, I'm not saying there isn't any studies like that. Just so far, I haven't come to a study like that. So I came about one study where they're comparing young kids dribbling a football. Okay, so I should say a soccer ball, excuse me, a soccer ball. You guys call it soccer. We call it soccer here in the West. Through cones. And then another group, they're doing a ecological type training where two kids have a soccer ball, but they're playing tag. They're trying to run after one another and tag one another. Now I would tell you for sure, the ecological is going to be a better experiment. Why? Because there's a live feedback and the kid's under pressure. The kid is under pressure. He's got to run away with the ball. Not only has he got to control the ball, he's got to run away with it. He's got to zigzag. He's got to run around. Now I would tell you, I would like to see the drilling where they have to go through cones if the coaches were timing the effort of the young students. They weren't timing them. They were just making them go through cones. Well, the kid's going to be lazy, right? There's nobody pushing him. He's just going to kind of dribble the ball at his leisure. He's just having fun. So far, all the studies I've come across, they're a little bit, I would say, poorly designed. Okay. Now, again, I've just scratched the surface. Give me time, circle back to me. I'm going to have a lot more experience in the future. Okay. So far, I haven't seen really exciting studies. That remains to be seen. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are many. Okay. And here's the thing. I do situational training. I do chaotic training. I do sparring. I do situational sparring. I do a lot of it already. It exists. It's old. It's nobody has invented that. It's like it's so old we don't know who invented it. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, this exists from a long time ago. What's new is no drilling. Don't drill and just do the situational and restrictive games. That's new. Okay, so I haven't seen a world-class grappling or combat sport throw out drilling. Now, that doesn't mean it's not possible. Doesn't mean that. That's why we're trying to find out. Okay, that's the question we're trying to answer. But I got to tell you that we started doing like ecological games and people were not as into it. Okay, so it wasn't that fun. And fun is important. So some of the guys did it a bit, then they kind of got bored of it. Because the thing is, you're restricting them, and then they want to go into a more complex, they want to just roll. So that's the thing. It's like, I like situational or positional training. Okay, so let's say, for instance, I got the underhook, and usually I do this drill a lot, okay, because I like to practice underhook a lot. I'm a big underhooker. If I grab you from an underhook, I got to be able to take you down. So the only restriction I give the other guys, like, hey, don't run away. Don't undo the whizzer and try to run away from me, Fight me back with your whizzer, and we're engaging. That's the only thing. Because some guys, you get the underhook on them, and right when we say go, like, the guy strips the whizzer and just runs away. And it's just, I'm getting no time on the underhook. And it would be hard to do that in a real match, okay? It can happen for sure, but with the momentum behind a wrestling exchange, usually the underhook's not so easy to strip. So look, I don't think it's bad. I'm scratching the surface. I'm studying it a little bit more. I'm going to go through some more and more research. I've been looking at it on a regular basis now. I'm excited to explore it and see if we can, make a leap forward. But for right now, I'm still drilling. I still believe in the power of drilling. I think it has its place. It's not ultimate, because if you just drill, then you're Steven Seagal. That would be crazy. Nobody thinks you should just drill. Nobody thinks that.